Welcome back, Wise Steward family. If you're new here, we're on a mission to transform our financial lives together. This isn't some get-rich-quick scheme. Nope. This is the real, gritty journey from pennies to prosperity. Remember, this is not financial advice, just what I'm personally doing. You can join me if you want. Now, let's drive into today's plan to kick debt to the curb and start building that wealth. All right, before we talk about side hustles, investments, and passive income, we need to lay down the foundation. The first step goes to a man who inspired millions, including me, Dave Ramsey. Big shout out to Dave for helping us understand that debt is like a ball and chain holding us back from real financial freedom. So, here's the plan. We need to reduce that debt. And we're starting off with the classic Debt Snowball method. So here's how it works. You want to create a budget. That's step one. Yep, it's time to face the music and track every dollar. Grab a pen, paper, or your favorite budgeting app. I personally use Excel, and I'll be showing you all that here in a moment. Not in this video, the next video. And I'll show you exactly how I break everything down, but I'm going to explain it here as well. So list your debts. That's step two. Start by writing down all your debts from the largest to the smallest. Step 3. What's your monthly take-home pay after taxes? So that's step 3, and that's the next thing you're going to do is jot down your monthly income after taxes. Step 4, and the final step to this budget strategy here is subtract your bills. What's left after covering the essentials? Any leftover cash goes towards paying off your smallest debt first. Now, here's where I slightly differ from Dave. In today's world, credit plays a huge role. Whether it's renting an apartment, getting insurance, or even landing certain jobs, I wish we could go back to manual underwriting. But we've got to work with what we have. Now, Dave recommends some companies that help with credit issues, but from what I've read, their processes can be long and grueling. So what's the solution? And some of those companies it's actually just one company he recommends that does the manual underwriting for mortgages. But again, I heard that it can be long and grueling. So again, going back, what's the solution? Let's aim to be wise stewards by building credit responsibly while paying down debt. I agree with what Dave says that the problem is not the credit cards, it's us. We do not have, when we're dealing with credit cards and we're purchasing things with credit cards, we don't have the discipline versus using cash, that we don't have the discipline to be able to stop from overspending. When you just have a piece of plastic and you're swiping or just typing it in, you don't really think about it. It doesn't really hurt as much as if you're shelling out cash. You're actually holding it in your hands, you're seeing it disappear. So the next step, and actually a quick financial update for today, November 13th, 2024. We're ready to talk about what we're going to do with the budget. That's important. That's the foundation. That's how we're going to get from zero to wealthy. And again, remember, this is not going to be fast. This is not going to be a get-rich-quick scheme that in 2 months you're going to be wealthy. No, if you're going to commit to this, you need to commit to it right now. Something that Dave says all the time is you need to get angry. You need to get upset. You need to say, I've had it. I'm done with this. I'm tired of living paycheck to paycheck. I'm tired of not seeing anything for all that I've worked for. And I want to help you get there. And I myself want to get there. I've been there actually, but through mistakes that I will discuss later on. And a lot of you will be able to relate to this. Through those mistakes, I've taken 20 steps backwards. That is okay. Once, not twice. And some of you have done it twice, and maybe even 3 times. But enough is enough. We're not going back there. There is no going backwards. There is no making the same mistake again. We are not going to do what Albert Einstein says is the true definition of insanity. And that is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different result. No, we're not doing that anymore. So let's go for a quick financial update for today, November 13, 2024. The Fed just announced, and again, these news updates are updates that will affect our finances, okay? So I'm not just giving you junk. The Fed just announced a rate pause after several hikes this year. They actually lowered rates recently, again, and that's good news for borrowers, right? We will be able to borrow more money if you want to buy a house, lower interest rate. Meanwhile, the inflation seems to be cooling down, but we're not out of the woods yet. Remember, staying informed is key to navigating this financial journey. So what do we do after tracking that smallest debt? Simple. We're going to roll that extra cash into the next debt on your list, like I mentioned before, and keep that momentum going. Think of it like a snowball rolling downhill, picking up speed. After you're debt free, it's time to stack up that emergency fund. So let's talk about side hustles. And actually, let me take a step back. That emergency fund needs to be at least a minimum of $1,000. If you're single, that's perfect. If you have a family, I would bump that up to $2,000. If you have a family, meaning you have a wife and kids, even if it's one kid, you know, if you're a parent or you know of parents, you're an aunt and uncle, you understand that emergencies pop up all the time. Things happen. Things need to be paid for. Not even just emergencies. School trips, daycare, clothes, food. The kids want to go have fun. You got to take them to the park. Those are not emergencies, but they come out of your budget. So then when an emergency happens, like the car broke down, the refrigerator broke, the plumbing, all sorts of emergencies pop up that we normally are not prepared for financially. And when you have a family and you have to feed them and your grocery bill is $1,000 a month or more, not including all the other expenses, including daycare, including whatever else, okay, we are not prepared. So I think when you have a family, even if it's just one kid, you need to have at least $2,000. So I would bump that $1,000 to $2,000. Okay, let's go talk about side hustles. If you're looking to increase your income while paying down debt, consider these options. Freelancing on platforms like Fiverr or Upwork, those are great if you have skills like in writing, graphic design, or coding. You want to do maybe rideshare driving or food delivery if you got a car and some extra time. Selling online, whether it's flipping items on eBay or drop shipping, there's potential to earn some serious cash there. Now, these side hustles aren't just about extra cash, they're about accelerating your journey to financial freedom. And there's other things you could do. I mean, if you don't want to do those, you can get a part-time job. You can get something quick and easy. There's many jobs out there that are hiring part-time and even work from home that you can find. You just need to go and find them. They're on LinkedIn, Indeed, ZipRecruiter. Just put in Google, type in part-time jobs in my area, part-time work from home jobs, and it will pop up a list. You have to make the effort. If you're able to, if you have the time, if you have an extra 2-3 hours a day, this is how you're going to get out of it, because this is not going to be forever. You have to suffer a little bit so that you can live comfortably later. So one of the things that I love that Dave says is live like no one else now so you can live like no one else later. Okay, so that's it for today's episode, Wise Steward family. Remember, we're all on this journey together, going from zero to wealth, one step at a time. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe if you're not already, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on the next episode. Drop a comment below and let me know, what's your biggest financial goal for the year coming into 2025? Let's end the year strong. Let's not wait until January to make the resolution. Let's start now. So let's grow together, stay wise, stay motivated, and I'll catch you in the next video.